Sorry, Andy. You'll bring up your next actor tonight. Put your hands together another few more times, but specifically for this time to Chris Wheeler.
Give a hand to Kenneth, guys. He's been doing great. Yeah, that's about as good as he's been doing. Recently, I saw something that disturbed me. I saw a 95-year-old woman with braces. And I was like, you spent $25,000 for 2 years tops to look good. At what point do you accept that you're just ugly? You know? $25,000, you know what's cheaper? A closed casket. We're real vain, though, about death. You know, it's really weird. Like, on the way to work, there's this mural for a drunk driving accident. And I think it's been there like 20 years. The flowers are all wilted. There's no life left at that mural. At what stage does that just become a reminder of how bad of a driver the guy was? Someone at work the other day said, my son died. I said, oh, how? I didn't ask because I cared. I just wanted to know how much it was his fault. She said he drowned, and I said, oh, guess he couldn't swim. Nah, I'm just teasing. We're vain until we don't want to be watched. Like the other day I was taking a tinkle, and I saw a cockroach was watching me. I think it's funny when tragedy happens, but I don't like being watched. So I got like an empty toilet paper roll, and I scooped it up, and I moved to the window, and I was just, get out. And then I stood, and I felt good about myself, because I'm like, I'm a good person. I didn't kill the cockroach, I let it out. Then I started thinking about it from the cockroach's perspective. I just evicted that fucking cockroach from everything it knows, It's fucked. I just imagine the poor cockroach is just scuttling about what am I gonna look for? Oh, that's a big penis. Oh, I shouldn't be looking, but it's amazing. So not only did I evict this cockroach, I think I committed a hate crime. Oh man. I was watching the news recently, and it always astounds me at how news people are surprised that bad things happen. It doesn't surprise me. There's mass shooting, 20,000 dead. Yeah, he had a gun. I mean, what the fuck do you think was going to happen? But have you ever thought about it? I think mass shootings is the most polite form of atrocity. You wait to get licensed to kill people. It requires patience, Imagine if we suddenly just the next morning decided no more guns and we're going back to the Stone Age. There's not going to be some fucking news headline, Fred Flintstone fucks up people with the mass stonings. It doesn't work, But I think, what was I going to say? War is good for one thing, right? The song, War, what is it good for? Charities. It's very good for creating charities, And I was watching the UNICEF commercial, and I thought to myself, God, this is fucking bullshit. You go into a country, and they're starving, and they're tired, and instead of feeding them, you build them a church. And then you leave, and they're hungrier and angrier. If you don't stay and help them, it's just a convoluted form of tourism. And I'm not for cannibalism, but they're hungry. I lie. I think war is good for two things. I think war is good for good music taste. Think about it. I don't think Hitler started a war because he hated Jewish people. I think he started the war because he hated jazz. And I know we haven't had a good enough war because people think Taylor Swift is talented. People regard her as Jesus. I think she should die for the sins of her fucking music ability. Her pussy is like a black hole of talent. It has sucked out all of the logical sense. We used to have fucking Alanis Morissette, Janis Joplin, Joan Baez, Kate Bush, and now we have fucking Taylor Swift. It irritates me. What else have I been thinking about recently? Let's think. I wish I was religious so I could have an excuse for why I'm single. Because at the moment I have to look in the mirror and I go, I'm just a cunt. Because at least if I was made by God, I would have an excuse. I'd be able to say, God made me this way, you know? And I was thinking about like that awful saying, God hates gay people, which is wrong. Because I was going through Countdown the other day, and I saw a Down syndrome man open mouth kissing his boyfriend. So if God is real, he took the happiest type of person, made him even happier. Yet I'm single. Fucking hates me. Yeah, dark shit. How do you think I feel? I have to fucking live up here. Yeah, no, but the war, the news is good for one thing. It's good for learning geography. Because I was watching the news and it's like, Ukraine invaded by Russia. I thought Ukraine was a part of Russia. So does Russia. But if you guys didn't know, I'll end on this. Russia and Ukraine are responsible for most of the porn production in the world. I'm very invested in this war. Hope it ends soon. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you guys.
Chris Wheeler, everybody.